update on sports stories across the globe. Abi Yomon joins us. Good morning, Abi.
Well, good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Dr. Abati. Nice to see all three of you today on the show. We'll begin the show today with a continuation of the Osimhen Galatasaray loan deal. As already ascertained, Osimhen arrived Galatasaray, that is Turkey, yesterday to conclude his loan deal, and he has concluded his medicals and signed that deal, to the joy of so many Nigerian fans who were optimistic and hopeful that he would get another contract to ensure that he was not going to be in limbo, because if he had not gotten a deal, it would have meant him staying in Napoli without being part of the squad. But this deal means that Osimhen will be in action till the end of the season. And luckily for him, he was able to insert some personal clauses. And we already saw the fans appreciating and welcoming him even at 4 a.m. that time. And the clauses, interestingly, seem to be in the best interest of Victor Osimhen, as first of all, there's no option to buy for Galatasaray, and there could be a break in the case that a top European club makes offer for him in January. That means he can still leave Galatasaray to join any of the top European clubs. And there's a request that he signs an extension with Napoli till 2027, and they reduced the release clause from 130 million euros to 75 million euros. In that way, any other club that wants to buy him can get him easier, because the money, 130 million euros, was a lot according to a lot of clubs, and Galatasaray will cover the whole fee for Osimhen, meaning he will not be taking a pay cut. That was the most important aspect of this particular deal, the reason Chelsea did not get him, according to reports. And also, we have the Super Eagles camp already bubbling with 20 players. Austin Eguavoen, the caretaker coach, was able to lead 20 of the players to training, and he's optimistic that the Super Eagles can pick up and continue, on a better note, because the last couple of qualifiers that Nigeria has taken part in have really not been good. But he's hopeful. Let us take a listen to what Austin Eguavoen had to say about the Super Eagles games against Benin Republic and Rwanda. Okay, if we cannot get that sort to move away from that, but it's hopeful that the Super Eagles of Nigeria gets the much important wins as they kick off their AFCON 2025 qualifying games against Benin Republic and Rwanda as well. We'll move away from that and go to the Paralympics, where Issa Ogunleke, who is Nigeria's only hope at the para table tennis, will be competing later today against his French opponent. He is Nigeria's sole hope there, as three other of the para table tennis players have been ousted yesterday. It's hoped that he does something different, as Nigeria is still yet to win another medal. On Monday, Nigeria got a medal in the para badminton, won by Eniola Bolaji there. It's hoped that Nigeria does better. China still tops the table massively. And we have a story coming from a Ugandan marathoner who was set ablaze by her boyfriend. This is sad news, as it has happened in the past. We've seen Kenyan Bahraini, who died in 2022 after being reportedly strangled. And in 2023, we also had another incident of a Kenyan who died. She has 75% burns, but hopefully she survives this tragic attack. And we have yesterday, Luis Suarez, that's a veteran, a legend in his own right, announcing that he'll be retiring from international football on Friday after the World Cup qualifying game against Paraguay. Luis Suarez played over 17 years as a Uruguayan player, and he's Uruguay's all-time leading goal scorer with 69 goals. In 2011, he helped Uruguay to their 15th Copa America title, winning the MVP of the tournament after helping with 4 goals and 2 assists. He featured in 4 World Cup tournaments, 5 Copa America tournaments as well. Rated as a controversial player from his handball against Ghana to his bite against Chiellini and a lot more. But he will definitely be remembered as one of the greatest strikers of all time, as he is one of the few players who has over 500 career goals. His last appearance at international level was at this year's Copa America, where he helped Uruguay to 3rd place finish, scoring his own penalties. We also have this clip of Eguavoin speaking ahead of the Super Eagles game. Let us take a listen to Eguavoin.
In terms of football that a lot of countries respect, and there's no difference in this one. I'm very, very confident that we will scale through these 2 games and beyond. We have the materials, we have the players, we have the personnel, we have the support, we have everything, you know. And the only thing we have to remind these players about is they were almost African champions months ago. It's not even a year yet. So what went wrong? So it's still them. We will do everything that we have to do as technical crew, and of course the Federation and Nigerians to rally around them. They are the ones to turn the table around. It's not bad. I've spoken to them. We're still going to have a series of meetings, or few meetings before the game proper. I'm very, very confident they will come out there and do the nation proud. But we will treat Benin with more respect, and no doubt about that, because football is, if you disrespect people, you have a problem. We'll play them with big respect, but hey, this is our home.
Well, the caretaker coach there, Osimhen, is talking strong ahead of this particular game. A lot of hopes from Nigerians in this particular game. Some Nigerians may really not be as hopeful, seeing that they have lost almost every bit of hope when it comes to the Super Eagles. But the Super Eagles have a long list of players who returned from injury, some of the players who were not available at the last qualifiers. But we'll see what happens against Benin Republic. And finally, for me, the US Open is still on, and Aryna Sabalenka is off to her 4th straight US Open semi-finals after getting a very important victory earlier this morning. And we'll also have that she will be competing against Emma Navarro in the semi-finals. Iga Swiatek will also be in action later today when she takes on Jessica Pegula. This is the first time since 2016 that 2 top seeds will be competing in any stage past the quarterfinals. And for the men, interesting results recorded. We have Taifo taking on Fritz, who defeated Zverev yesterday. They will be facing off in the semi-finals. And we'll have Yannick Sinner facing off against Daniil Medvedev. Daniil Medvedev and Yannick Sinner faced off earlier this year in the Australian Open final where Sinner emerged victorious. We'll see if that can replicate it or if Medvedev finally gets his revenge. That's all for me on sports today.
Thank you very much, AB. First of all, let me say that Coach Eguavoin should be very careful. And I know he has to be optimistic. He's coach. He has to say the right words. But Nigerians are fully expectant, and I don't think they're ready to take any kind of disappointment. But I do think that expectations should be measured as well. On Luis Suarez, let me just say that when you mentioned his name, despite his 19-year impressive career, the first thing that came into my mind is that, is that not the biting guy? In fact, he used to be called, I think, Cannibal Louis or something like that in the past. But just to see that this is what happens when bad behavior overshadows a good career. Like you mentioned, one of the few players to have scored 500 goals during his lifetime in being active in football, and see that amongst him biting, at least 3 biting incidents, but also racist laws as well. But congratulations to him on retiring from international football and the strides that he's made in football during his active career.
Well, international football, that's what he's retiring from. 142 appearances for his country and a number of 69 goals. But he's still going to be in action this weekend in the World Cup qualifier against Paraguay. And in the course of his career, Luis Suarez had a number of challenges, including the 5-year ban from international football. But, well, every good thing must come to an end. He started as a 19-year-old. He's leaving the game at the international level at the age of 37. Now, the other issue has to do with Paralympics. Nigeria on the medals table is 67. All thanks to Bolaji Eniola, who got us that bronze medal. In table tennis, yes, you say we have our last hope. We hope that he wins today, but at least we'll remember what Eniola Bolaji has done for this country. Not just winning the bronze medal in badminton, but also becoming the first African to do so in that category. And it is most appropriate that she has donated or dedicated that medal to our former coach, our late coach, Bello Yebanji. These are the kind of people we would like to see on the national honors list in Nigeria, as we said with another example yesterday. Finally, before I go, the South African visa denial to our under-18 Afro-basket team is a lot of embarrassment to Nigeria, and many Nigerians are up in outrage and arms, but finally they gave them the visa, but they arrived, they probably have arrived this morning in South Africa, but it's a lot of embarrassment that could have been avoided, which again draws attention to the relationship between South Africa and Nigeria. Why should it be so difficult for a Nigerian team to go to South Africa just to play basketball? They allowed the under-18 women, girls, but they denied the boys and later gave to them after a lot of diplomatic tussle. So this thing continues between Nigeria and South Africa, whether it's boat challenge or it is Chidinma additional beauty pageant issue. I hope we will see this as a signal to work more on our relationship with South Africa. Thank you very much, Ebi Young.